Red VTV, following the 24-16 defeat here at Huddersfield. First half, absolute shite.
Yeah, poor first half. I think we said beforehand in the preview we needed to start well. I don't think we started overly badly, but we didn't start well. That's the issue. If you don't...
I'll disagree straight away. I thought we were woeful. I thought we were as woeful for the first 35 minutes as we were for the first 15 against Widnes.
I don't think woeful. No, for me, we weren't woeful. We were... At least we were there. Our defence was still there.
Defence was nothing else.
But if we're talking about attacking wise, I think we could have carried on playing that first half, and we'd have still been playing now. We wouldn't have scored in that first half. We had a step.
We did.
Well, we had a
we scored.
We had a step off Morgan Knowles that I put on Snapchat that Fred Astaire would have been proud of. Apart from that, so what
we were lucky before we scored not to be 24 points down.
What basis did our forwards and then our half-backs have to work with?
Well, to be fair, I thought it was quite telling that Kyle Amor got dragged off after the first 15 minutes and didn't make a reappearance until the last 20. I just thought he did. He offered the forwards for the first 20 minutes offered absolutely nothing in that game. The half-backs,
I've just heard...
Matty Smith in particular was awful.
Matty Smith's kicking was awful. How many times did he find touch on the full? I mean, sorry, that's a basic skill.
Twice on the full, and every other kick was just straight down the throat
and I've heard people coming out there having a go at our other starting prop, Walmsley, and saying his last stint was brilliant, but his
Where was he for the first 20?
Yeah.
Neither of them. Luke Thompson turned the game a little bit in Saints' favour when he came off. I thought Luke Thompson was absolutely brilliant first half.
Yeah. So what's going wrong? Because if the players aren't starting that well, and I'm not going to have a go at Holbrook because this has been a problem.
It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, this has been a problem since game one.
And how many times this year have we heard it saying, "Oh, we're not starting games well. Oh, we need to start better."
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing about it?
So
absolutely nothing. It looks like.
Do the players need a sports psychologist? Do they?
Something.
Well,
I'm laughing, but nothing else is working.
Right, so you've got Holbrook and Cunningham as first team coaches. You've got Long, Lalisi, trainer as interim or second coaches. If none of them five are working to push them up, what do we need to bring in? Do we need to bring someone in who will rabble-rouse? Do we need someone who's, I don't know, think of your worst player, think of Ryan Bailey, who you absolutely love to hate. You're
not suggesting sign up as the sports psychologist,
no, but think of the likes of him who would absolutely drag it. You know what we need? We need a signing in the forwards who will absolutely shit house. Because
do you know what, that penalty in the second half, talking about shit housing, Danny Brough, he moves 2 metres off the mark, or had 2 goals going off the mark and gets a penalty. He is a professional snide, and we haven't got one of them. We've got John Wilkin who's a professional whinge, but we haven't got a snide in this side who'll get you the penalties when you need it.
I actually said when Brough started having a go at Makinson for trying to touch the ball down and that. For Brough started trying to drag Makinson's shorts right up his arse. For me, I'd have been in his ear, I'd have been winding him up, I'd be a horrible rugby captain because I'd be in the ref's ear, I'd be in his ear, I'd be an absolute whinging get, I'd be trying to wind someone up. And you know what? We've got someone who can just speak like that, but no one who can take it to the next level. No one who's an absolutely horrible Sonny Nichols style, awful to try and get hold of, but awful who also
and instead,
start and get
what
stuck
have we got? We've got Luke Douglas, Josh Perry Mark II. I'm sorry, he's contributing nothing.
Luke Douglas
for an import isn't. He's not contributing nothing. You may as well have kept Adam Walker.
Luke Douglas is well, they're both Scottish technically. Luke Douglas is more an impact offload forward, but rather than a runner. He is. That's very different. Scotland.
Who crossed over their seconds last time? Was it O'Brien? Lazy defence. You build a platform for yourself of hard work. We stayed in that game in the first half because defensively we were pretty solid.
Yeah, we were.
Then to concede 2 shitty lazy tries right under your sticks. The last one
was it Hinchcliffe, sorry, the number 9.
Hinchcliffe.
I tell you what, I put on Snapchat, it was piss poor one out defending.
Yeah.
That is, I'm sorry, for the job I do, if I didn't do the basics of turning on a computer in the morning, which is the basics of,
Yeah.
you're in line with him tackling.
It's your basics.
I'm sure my boss would be turning around going,
half
nah.
the size of him. And the last try, at the end of the day, I know, yeah, we were training 18-16. There was about 6 minutes on the clock. No way on earth did he get that ball down. If you got a chance now and you're watching this quite early on, get on Sky Sports News for the replays. That last try, he never ever gets that ball down. I saw the replay on the screen. He did not get that ball down, and the game's gone.
I've tweeted out that I'm quite happy to defer to closer eyes, but
the referee was in a bad position.
It didn't even look like he got it down. The in-goal judge didn't know, because he turned round to the in-goal judge and said, I think he's got that down, and the in-goal judge looked at him and went,
yeah, whatever.
Okay,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's like,
doesn't matter to him. They're in front, so it doesn't matter. You can't listen. I'd rather every game was refereed consistently. You're not going to get that through humans refereeing a game, but how he referees games just isn't consistent.
I didn't think he was that bad all night, actually, but he just turns a bit of shit decision.
Because he'll either have a slow ruck or he'll have a quick ruck. Just don't referee it because Saints and Huddersfield, because one team likes a quick ruck and one team might like a slow one. Don't referee it because of one. Referee it the way you want to referee it. So turn around and say, I always allow a quick ruck. I'm James Child, I always allow a quick ruck. I'm going to allow contact, tackle. If you're not doing it, I'm going to pull you up early. We'll have 3 or 4 penalties early. Let's get it done. But he doesn't do that.
Changes halfway through games.
Oh, yes. And that's my issue. Yeah, he's been all right for the majority tonight, and I won't bag him for the majority tonight. But when he doesn't referee this game the same as he would Leeds against Wakefield, when he doesn't referee it the same as he would Hull against Salford, that's where I've got my problem.
There's like a couple of decisions there. When we were attacking at 18-16 down, we went down the left side. Regan Grace got into space, goes for the line. He got clouted high. It was a high tackle on him. Missed completely. Percival,
he's on his way down for that one. The one that he put on report.
Yeah, he puts it on report. He was caught with like the palm of a hand.
Yeah, and he's on the way down and he's caught him. To be honest, I thought the Farge one in the first half, I think it was, where Farge caught someone. No, second half, sorry. And Farge caught someone on the way down. It might have been Mamo, because I don't think I saw Mamo after that. I'm not sure. But I thought that one was worse than Percival's.
The thing is, that said, for me, as bad as we were in the first half, we got a foothold and stayed in the game.
Too late.
Second half,
Too late.
I thought we were much better.
Too
but
late,
at the end of the day, you're losing games because you're not playing for 80 minutes.
Exactly. You go in 12-6 up, you win that game because you've got the confidence that you're already winning. You're taking the lead in. You've got the other team on the back foot and they've got to force the play. We've now got to force the play. We've got to get that extra score, well, the extra 2 scores to take us over.
Right, the game's gone.
Yeah.
Assuming now, if we're being honest, we're not going to win it at all. We haven't. We've won. We've away from home this season. We've won at Catalan and we've won at Magic. And we've lost everywhere else. So you have to say,
Magic was technically a home game for us.
The pattern for me isn't really going to change. What do we do between now and the end of the season? Do you write it off? Do you start blooding young lads like Ashworth and Richardson? For me, Richardson should be in that side next week because Matty Smith, after tonight, does not deserve his shirt next week, but he'll retain his position. For me, if the season's gone, blood your kids, because it's a hard one.
Unfortunately,
I think he'll end up going out on loan, to be honest.
Well, unfortunately, the way that a professional coach will see it is they'll want to get the 8, and then they'll start throwing kids in.
I think the 8. I think we're going to be in the 8.
But a coach will want definition that we're in the 8. I would put Richardson in. I've not been a subscriber to the whole let's bag Matty Smith because I feel you've got to give someone time.
But tonight was bad.
And
he wasn't great at Castleford. Actually, he was awful at Castleford as well.
He's too slow. A little bit of it tonight. I thought back.
To be fair, I think the distribution from the ruck isn't great either to him, especially on the last tackle. He seems every single time. I don't think I've seen Matty Smith get the ball on the last tackle and have any sort of time and space at all. It always seems everything's madly rushed. Is that a case of him he's not dropping back far enough?
Possibly. But then in the first half we also had an opportunity where Percival went over and we'd attacked from too deep. And whether it's him stepping too deep, Farge stepping too deep. My thought, and it goes back to when we took him back from Salford, when he was on loan at Salford, and he kicked Warrington to death, and then he appeared in a grand final for us. In the big games, he didn't really step up for Saints. Now he did for Wigan, because Wigan have got a set. Wigan have got a set.
Everybody
structure.
steps up when Wigan play in big games, usually, except in the grand final where we beat them.
Yeah. Well, Wigan have forwards who are usually 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 players, so they've always got a platform. They've got a set structure. Tonight showed. And I know it's been done before, I didn't come to Castleford away, but tonight showed the worst of Matty Smith. The fact that behind a slow ruck, behind a beaten pack, his kicking game, if it's off, means he's got nothing. And it's horrible to say about a Saints player. And I said before the match, we shouldn't be bagging individual players, we shouldn't be bagging players, but he's not having a good game tonight.
See, that's me. I won't bag a player week in, week out. I'll bag a bad performance, and if they play well, I'll suck it up and say they play well, but
that's a bad performance tonight from him, and I'm sure he'll go away and look at it. Listen, I agree, I'd love to see Richardson, I'd love not to be bitten by midges that are coming down from behind these lights.
Yorkshire midges.
But I'd love to see Richardson in the team. I think, like you, he'll possibly go out to a championship team on loan, kind of learn his trade a little bit more, and I think it's too late. I think he should have been, once Smith came back, I think he should have been gone. Month loan at a time, and we can call him back at 48 hours.
Doesn't no good sitting on his behind, does it?
Yeah, because if you need a half back, then you throw someone else in. You throw someone like, turn around and say, Roby, you're going to play 7. I'm sure Roby could play 7 and Lee could play 9. I'm sure Lomax could play 7.
What were the bright spots for you tonight? I thought Lomax, so he contributes. Percival contributes.
My only issue was because we didn't get the ball out.
No,
wide.
no, and that's the thing. Percival, do you think he gets frustrated and thinks I've got to do it on my own?
Yeah. I think he starts having to go looking for the ball. I mean, actually, you saw that on the other side when Morgan went off injured, and I know it's Louis' game to take the ball in as a forward. But Louis came in looking for the ball, and we went wide right, and
the wing is isolated.
Yeah, there's no centre there because Louis come in looking for the ball, and I don't blame Louis for that because that's his game. He's a forward. He's meant to be going looking for the ball, and you know what? It seems like we're a team who let the backs take the first 2 or 3 drives in.
Right, we're 13 minutes in. We could moan all night here. I think you could do half an hour show easy on this. Really disappointing. Last of all, I want to finish off. I was listening to an interview there with one of the players who turned around and he was asked whether it was a must-win next week. He said he didn't really know about that because he didn't know where we were on the table.
I'm going to ask you off camera which player that was.
No, I won't say.
No, I'll ask you off camera who that player was, because is he doing his job then?
Yeah, he is. He's one of our better players. It was on the radio. So I'm not going to bag people now, but as a team, I'd really hope that somebody this week in the coaching staff puts the league table in front of the face and goes, every game is a must-win between now and the end of the season. If you have any sort, every game's a must-win every week anyway.
I was just about to say, if you put if I put a league, all the fixtures up, I think, right, who can we beat? We're going to win. Yeah, we can.
I know players are being diplomatic. Every game is a must-win. How can you? I'm saying this as a fan and not as a professional rugby league player. How can you play for a team in Super League or in any league and not know where you are on the table? I've played Saturday League football. I've played as a kid. You always know at all times where you are and what you need to do.
Yeah. Even if you bottom half mid-table,
absolutely baffled by it. And
wow,
it's not going to get any easier next week. We've got Salford at home. If the definition of must win was 6 points off fourth, I think. Do you know what? We keep trying to be positive, going, we need to win, we can still be in a chance, and all of a sudden we just keep let down.
No,
anyway,
listen, I've said, for me, top four's gone.
We are where
we need
we deserve to be.
Yeah, and all this, you know what, and this could be a complete other show, the bullshit about trying to start the league from scratch. Let's bring
that rule in, we'll be boss.
No,
we'll finish 8th, we'll be 15, 16 points off the top of the table, and we'll win the last 7 and win the lot.
Tweeted bullshit, but absolute bullshit. Let's not start that. We've been crap all year. We don't deserve to win anything. Why should we start only like
because it rewards
4 points.
Because it rewards mid-table mediocrity.
Everyone wins a prize. Absolute rubbish.
Yes. Right. On that note, we'll end it. RFL. Don't mess with things.
Next week.
Oh yeah.
Under the Kieran statue at full time.
Don't let us bore you for another 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's always been him.
We never announced it on here, but yeah.
Under the Kieran statue.
Anybody is welcome to join us.
Yeah. At full time.
We want some
Make
different
it not
views.
be me. Let me stand in the background.
Yeah. Good night.